What is up, guys, and welcome back to FPL Central. In today's video, got another awesome video for you guys. Today is the day my Prem predictions Game Week 1 comes out. I will be up against FPL Yellow Army. I'll leave a link in the description below to his channel. Go check him out, go drop him a sub, some great content over there. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Also, smash the subs to this channel, we're trying to hit 300 subs. Let's get straight on with the video.
Hello FPL Central, thank you so much for having me on your channel. These are my predictions for Game Week 1 of the new 22-23 season.
The first game is Palace versus Arsenal. I am going to say 2-0 to Arsenal. I reckon Gabriel Jesus will be on the score sheet in that game. Let's go and see what FPL Yellow Army has to say.
Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. Now I think Crystal Palace are going to be strong here. The Selhurst Park atmosphere will definitely get them going on opening night. Arsenal's Game Week 1 record, though, is quite good, and I think with the signings of Jesus and Martinelli in the midfield as well, and a good strong kind of summer for Arsenal in pre-season, I think they are going to do well. I think Jesus is going to get on the score sheet, and I think Arsenal are going to win this one, but it's going to be tight. It's going to be 2-1 to the Gunners.
And in game number 2, we've got Fulham versus Liverpool. My club, Liverpool. There's only going to be one way this is going to turn out. 3-0 to Liverpool. Let's see what FPL Yellow Army has to say.
Now we have Fulham up against Liverpool. Now I think this is going to be a comfortable win for the Reds. Liverpool looking strong again this season with the really good kind of front three of Diaz, Salah and Nunez coming in. And I think Nunez is going to get on the score sheet after his goal against Man City in the Community Shield. Liverpool to win this heavily. Fulham 0, Liverpool 4. That's what I'm going for.
And game 3 is Bournemouth versus Aston Villa. I'm going to say 2-0 to Aston Villa. Reckon maybe we get Coutinho on the score sheet. Let's see what FPL Yellow Army has to say.
Bournemouth versus Aston Villa. I think Villa will win this one. Bournemouth are going to struggle this season, in my opinion. And Aston Villa, they've made some good signings like Diego Carlos. So I think they're going to edge out the Cherries here. Bournemouth 0, Aston Villa 1. That's what I'm going to say.
Leeds versus Wolves. I'm going to say 1-0 Wolves. It's going to be a pretty boring game, I would say. Hopefully Pedro Neto gets on the score sheet there. So 1-0 to Wolves.
Leeds United against Wolves. I think this will be a difficult one to call, with Wolves having a very interesting pre-season. Neto in good form, but obviously the injury to Jimenez I think will hurt Wolves this season for the first few weeks. And Leeds, well, they just about stayed up last year, so I think they're going to struggle again. But I think they'd take a draw. They got a draw last season. I think it's going to be a dull game. Leeds 0, Wolves 0.
Next up, we've got Newcastle versus Nottingham Forest. I think this will be a very entertaining game. Newcastle with obviously the money and stuff, their spirits high. Same with Forest, all the new signings. Mangala recently in the door. I'm going to say 3-2 to Forest.
Newcastle against Nottingham Forest. Now, I feel this is the sort of game that Newcastle will win heavily, because last season they ended really strong, the Toon Army, and I think Forest will do well, but I just feel they're going to have stage fright on their opening game of the season. So I think Newcastle will win this comfortably. I could say a bit more ambitiously and a bit more of a margin, but I'll say Newcastle 2, Nottingham Forest 0.
Next up, we got Spurs versus Southampton. I'm going to say 4-1 to Spurs. I don't think they keep the clean sheet. I do think we're going to see Harry Kane and Heung-min Son on the score sheet in that game. So I'm going to say 4-1 to Spurs.
Tottenham Hotspur against Southampton. Now, this is the sort of game I feel Southampton will struggle in. Last season they ended really, really poorly with a lot of defeats, and I haven't seen anything from Southampton in the transfer market to convince me. Spurs, on the other hand, have made some great signings with Perisic, Longley and Yves Bissouma. So I think Spurs will win comfortably on the day, 3-0 to Tottenham.
Next up, we got Everton versus Chelsea. I'm going to say 2-0 to Chelsea, just because Everton, I'm not too convinced on Chelsea so far this season, but Everton have got no striker for the game because DCL is injured for the next, I don't know how long, and Rondon is suspended and they got rid of Richarlison. So 2-0 to Chelsea.
Everton against Chelsea. Now, of course, this is Frank Lampard up against his former side that he used to play for and manage. But I feel like Chelsea will have the upper hand despite their poor pre-season, despite the goals they've conceded. They are much better on paper than this Everton team. and I think that will reflect in the result. Everton 0, Chelsea 2.
Next up is Leicester versus Brentford. I'm going to say 2-1 to Brentford. I think it'll be a pretty entertaining game. Leicester have lost Kasper Schmeichel, that's a big loss, so 2-1 to Brentford.
Leicester City versus Brentford. Now, Brentford last season was superb, but will they have second season syndrome this year? Without Eriksen, they've got Tony, but I just worry about where the rest of the goals will come from. And Leicester, they're looking like they're going to sell Schmeichel, so I don't know about their defence, but I think I'll just edge towards the home side. 2-1 to Leicester.
Next up is Manchester United versus Brighton and Hove Albion. I think there could be a big shocker in this game. Some people will disagree, Man United fans and just, mutuals. I'm going to say 1-0 Brighton. You've heard it here first on the FPL Central channel. If I get this right, guys, in my next video after that game, I want 100 likes if I get that right. Yeah. You know what to do, guys.
Manchester United versus Brighton, the first game in management for Erik ten Hag, and he seems to have improved United's fortunes in pre-season. Brighton last year were very, very strong, and they will definitely look for another half mid-table finish, but I think United are going to be good this kind of game. I think they're going to win comfortably 3-1 on the day.
And last but not least, game number 10, the huge one of Game Week 1, West Ham United versus the champions Manchester City. I am going to say a 2-2 draw. Now, West Ham always put up a fight against Man City. Man City always struggle against West Ham, and on the opening day of the season they struggle. Jared Bowen's coming off the back of an absolutely spectacular season for West Ham, so I'm going to say 2-2 West Ham versus Manchester City. And just before we end the video, guys, I would like to say a massive thank you to FPL Yellow Army for coming in on to the channel this week and doing the prime predictions. It was supposed to be FPL Penguin, but he was unavailable. He just wasn't able to do the video this week. So we were supposed to have FPL Yellow Army on the channel in Game Week 3. So expect to have FPL Penguin on in Game Week 3, hopefully, for prime predictions. So yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. Can we hit maybe 15 likes in the video? That'd be amazing. The videos have been doing brilliantly recently, guys, so thanks for the support. Drop a sub there. We're trying to hit 300 subs. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. Peace.